Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Maxwell McGirt.
And I'm Anthony Landau. Let's take a look at the news.
On Monday, students in the Theater Arts Department protested outside of their main academic building, the Hartman Center. The protest comes on the heels of a recent memo sent out by Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Walter Zakahi. In the memo, Dr. Zakahi proposed a cut to a number of departments that the memo states have underperformed in recent years due to a number of cumulative factors, such as higher operating costs and lower overall enrollment campus-wide over the past number of years. Senior theater arts major Africa Hill said that the theater department means the world to the students involved. While the memo only gives proposals of departments to be cut, there is yet to be a final decision reached on the subject. We'll have more on the proposed cuts from Provost Zakahi next week on BUTV News.
Get our fellow students on board with signing our petition to save our department. There's so much, we find so much value in the education that we got here. So this is us trying to save the one place that we call home on campus.
Best friend. Dude, how do we have this many?
It's election season. If you are not registered to vote and are eligible, head over to the Garrett Center beginning tomorrow until February 18th to get yourself signed up. You can also register online until March 1st or at the Election Commission office located on Brandywine Drive here in Peoria. For information about early voting or getting registered, go to peoriaelections.org. If you were given just one day, could you put an animated movie together? Well, Bradley students were given the chance during the second 12 to 12 animation challenge. That took place this past Saturday in the GCC. Students split off into groups and had 24 hours to create an animated film. The films are typically 20 to 30 seconds long and are sent to guest judge after submission. The competition was open to any major, and 47 students participated, bigger than last year's event. Assistant Professor Scott Kavanaugh says the experience helps students from different backgrounds develop quick-thinking collaboration skills.
We have actually 6 different majors across campus represented today of the students that we have, and they make their teams in different classes as well. So these students get to hang out together and just make something instantly. They don't have to have a lot of time to think about it, they just kind of go.
Also supplied snacks and eating a napping space if they needed some shut-eye. Kavanaugh says there will be another competition next year with hopes of more people joining.
The BU Police Department has released a list of tips to prevent students from falling victim to crime. Some of these tips include the obvious: stay alert, travel in groups, and walk on well-lit paths. The department also suggests not wearing headphones when walking, keeping your valuables out of sight, notifying family and friends of your arrival times, and lastly, to just trust your instincts. If you see someone suspicious walking around, immediately notify the Bradley Police Department by directly calling them or using one of the emergency blue light poles located throughout campus.
This past Thursday, Bradley University took part in the Challenge on 74 blood drive. Here's BUTV's Andrew Crank with more.
This past Thursday in the Markin Center, Bradley University students took part in the annual Challenge on 74 blood drive. The Challenge on 74 Blood Drive is an annual blood drive in which Bradley University students compete directly with Illinois State University students to see who can donate the most blood to the American Red Cross and win the title of champion for the year. While the blood drive is aimed mostly at Bradley University students, Peoria area residents are also welcome to donate as well.
Well, I usually give blood pretty regularly because it's an easy way to give back. And I have a mother and a mother-in-law and a father-in-law that have all needed blood in the past. And thanks to other people, they've had that blood available.
The aim of the blood drive is to help the American Red Cross obtain much-needed blood donations during their lowest donation period, which is during the winter months when the weather is bad, causing donor cancellations, or the donors themselves may be sick, causing even further shortages in donations. To find out more about the event, I talked with Bradley University Red Cross President Luneva Singh.
This is our annual ISU and Bradley University Challenge on I-74. So it's a huge blood drive that we do versus ISU, which is kind of like our rival school or just our competitor school in general. And we also host this blood drive in memory of Megan Fong, who was a past Bradley student who was a tennis player here, and she died and lost her battle to leukemia, so we want to honor her with this blood drive as well. But it's just a fun way to get students involved in Bradley's campus as well as ISU's campus to come out, donate, save lives, and be in a friendly competition.
For more information on the Challenge on 74 blood drive, please contact Bradley University or the American Red Cross. For BUTV News, I'm Andrew Crank in Peoria, Illinois.
If you look closely, you saw me looking cool with my backwards hat saying hi, but after the break, we'll find out if spring really is on the way with weather from Hernan Gutierrez.
And we can't be all cool like Max, but we'll see what's cool in entertainment up next.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hey, it's Ava, and this is Tess from Vivo's Do-It-Yourselfie, where we recreate the hottest looks from today's biggest music videos.
After cleaning out our closet, we have a lot of clothes we don't wear anymore.
Like this old t-shirt.
It's not garbage, it's actually a brand new rug.
And to make it, all you need to do is cut, tie, and glue.
Cut the t-shirt into strips.
Tie the strips into knots.
And glue the knots to the bath mat. I love it. Give your garbage another life.
And recycle.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So I think it's pretty obvious, Hernan, that it's definitely snowing outside right now. So I don't know what else you can tell us.
Yeah, no, I don't have any good news for you guys. I'm just gonna put that out there. It was a relatively good weekend, It was warm, but taking a look over to the radar, we're gonna be seeing a lot of blue here in central Illinois. So yes, we're going to be seeing more of that. As I've already said, here in central Illinois, we are seeing a lot of snow, and that should be going on and off throughout the night. And according to the National Weather Service, we will be seeing anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow tonight, so there will be quite a bit of accumulation. And we are also currently under a winter weather advisory until noon tomorrow. Taking a look at our current temperatures, we are currently looking at pretty average temperatures here in February. Most of Illinois is under freezing. If we take a look up at Evanston, it is about 30 degrees, and down near St. Louis, we are also at 30 degrees, and here in Peoria, slightly chillier at 25 degrees. Looking over at the 5-day, we are going to be pretty dry up until after tonight, up until Sunday. As you guys can see, there is more snow heading our way Sunday this weekend, and we are going to be staying at relatively average temperatures, so stay warm. And now with your entertainment news, we have Anthony.
So here's a quick recap of the upcoming Academy Awards. Top contenders for actor in a leading role include Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and Jonathan Pryce in The Popes. And nominees for actress in a leading role are Cynthia Erivo in Harlot, Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan in Little Women, Charlize Theron in Bombshell, and last but not least, Renee Zellweger in Judy. To find out more information about your favorite Oscar nominees, visit Oscars.org and make sure to tune in on February 9th at 7 p.m. Central Time to see who takes home the gold. NBC's existential afterlife sitcom The Good Place came to a fitting conclusion last Thursday. Creator Michael Schur, who has worked on other hot shows like Parks and Rec and The Office, says he hopes the viewers took away a complete sense of contentment and satisfaction about the nature of being alive on Earth. The Good Place is available to stream on platforms like Hulu and Netflix. As Valentine's Day approaches, Netflix is putting the old saying, love is blind, to the test with a new reality series, Love is Blind, a 3-week series following a group of singles who want to be loved for personality rather than looks. People in the show connect with one another on an emotional level in a secluded location with no distractions from the outside world and without seeing one another. After the contestants feel like they have found the one, they propose and see each other for the first time. Love is Blind premieres on February 13th with 5 episodes, 4 new episodes following February 20th, and a 2-hour finale drops on February 27th. Wow, I would love to sit in a room by myself and not see any other people for a little bit.
I know there's so much to watch. I never have the time. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, we got to figure out something.
There's got to be some kind of scheduling. Well,
we got to watch BUTV News.
We got to watch BUTV News. Up next, we'll see some student perspectives on the Super Bowl in our Campus Convos segment.
And that Super Bowl was definitely one for the books. Take a minute and come right back.
Hey girl, what are you doing tonight?
Working on the marketing assignment.
Hey, you should come over and we could do it together.
I'm not so sure about that.
Why not?
I hate walking by myself at night and your house is so far away from mine.
Girl, you don't have to walk. Call the safety cruiser.
What's the safety cruiser?
The safety cruiser is a Bradley van that comes and picks up students. I mean, I use it all the time when I come home from the library, like super late.
Okay. That makes me feel so much better. I've always hated walking alone at night.
The Hilltop Safety Cruiser is free to all Bradley students. The cruiser runs 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. daily. To use, call 309-677-2800.
Hey girl! Hey! Glad you made it safe. If I could fly away. Oh!
All right, let's get you home.
No, I don't want to go home.
But if we don't get you home now, I'm afraid we never will.
It's not true.
Are you sure you're good to drive, or do you want us to wait?
No, I only had a couple of days tonight. I'll head home after my shift.
She's on her way. You don't want her to beat us, do you?
Hold up. I just need a break.
In case you didn't know, the Super Bowl took place this past Sunday. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers, taking home the big win to the great state of Missouri. Now, I don't know about fans of football, but I personally think that the halftime show should have won the game. J-Lo and Shakira dominated the stage and really wowed the crowd with their singing, dancing, and let's just say those hips definitely did not lie. Anyways, here's more with our Campus Convos reporter Imani Shamsidi on Bradley's reaction to the Super Bowl halftime show.
Hi everyone, this week on Campus Convos we check in with students to see how their Super Bowl Sundays were. Did you watch the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't really watch the halftime show. I did watch the game mostly though, and I was upset that, Kansas City ended up winning. I lost a bet, so.
I watched most of the halftime show.
I did not watch the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes, I did.
And what's one word to describe the halftime show for you?
Okay.
From what you saw?
Okay.
Amazing. Exciting.
It was amazing.
It was pretty good. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I really did. Perfect. And are you guys Team J-Lo or Team Shakira?
Team Shakira.
Shakira. Yeah.
You know what? They are both amazing, but I would say Shakira, so.
All right,
I saw that little tongue thing that she did, though. Was that Shakira or J-Lo that did that? Oh, Shakira, hands down.
Shakira, but both. Team Shakira.
I honestly can't choose because they're both amazing singers and they both have hot bodies, so.
It's hilarious. She flips her tongue around like a crazy snake or something. It's really
Interesting. So I guess not many students on campus are fans of J-Lo, which I guess it's okay. Anyway, for BUTV News, I'm Imani Shamsudin.
I'm Team J-Lo. What's a better way to kick off the week than with football? The National Society of Black Engineers and Zeta Phi chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated hosted a Super Bowl watch party on campus on Sunday. Let's take a look.
Past Sunday, the National Society of Black Engineers and the Zeta Phi chapter of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated hosted a Super Bowl watch party in the Romeo B. Garrett Center. Students across campus were invited to come watch the Super Bowl and enjoy free food. Students were also given the chance to test their knowledge on the history of the Super Bowl with some Super Bowl trivia. One of the goals of the event was to kick off the Black History Month celebration and to give students a chance to relax from classes. To learn more about the planning of the event, I talked to Bradley University's NSBE president, Ania Riggs.
Planning the NSBE Super Bowl was very interesting. It required a lot of research into what makes a good Super Bowl party, but after the research, it was easy. We just had to coordinate with the SG Rose and the NSBE exec board, and it was a success. The food was good, the turnout was good. We had a lot of people that were enthusiastic, and we appreciate it, and we hope we can do more events like this in the future.
Early students were not only excited about the game, but they were also excited to see both Shakira and Jennifer Lopez perform during the Super Bowl halftime show. After the halftime show, the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs kept many students on their toes. By the end of the game, 49ers fans were in disbelief as the Kansas City Chiefs won Super Bowl 54. As the event ended, I asked engineering major Jeremiah Hale his thoughts about the event.
All right, so the event, I really enjoyed it. It brought the black community together. Often at Bradley, we don't get to enjoy the games and have a community. So this is my first year actually being around friends and people like me at an event while watching the game. I really enjoyed it and had fun eating the food and having company of people around my age. Now the game as a whole, I was kind of disappointed that the 49ers lost because I was rooting for them and they kind of choked. But then again, Patrick Mahomes kind of earned the victory. So as a whole, I can say I really enjoyed the game.
To learn more about the National Society of Black Engineers, contact any member of NSBE. For BUTV News, I'm Crystal Scott.
Next, in sports, Larry Larson will break down what happened this past weekend in men's and women's basketball.
And later we'll check out events going on around campus and in Peoria.
Couldn't dream that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good? Oh, God. Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Na 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 na. I love you so. I love you. I love you. La 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 la. La 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why stab me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
It's Larry Larson. Larry, what's going on?
Not much. A lot in the Bradley basketball world, though.
It's exciting, I hear. What do you have for us?
Well, first, let's start with women's basketball, shall we? Sitting at 7-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference play, coming off of home wins versus Drake and Northern Iowa, everything was going right for Bradley women's basketball. However, the Braves couldn't keep their good fortunes rolling into the 5th weekend of conference play. On Friday, Andrew Gorski and company headed to Springfield, Missouri for a date with 21st-ranked Missouri State. After a competitive first quarter, the Bears opened the floodgates on the Braves and headed to the locker room with a 20-point lead. The second half wasn't much better, and the final score really tells the story here as Bradley went on to lose 90-56, their first loss since December 21st. The team is still in search of its first victory over a ranked opponent in program history. On Sunday, the Braves' road trip didn't get much better as they headed to Southern Illinois. The Salukis jumped out to an early 11-2 lead early in the first quarter, which set the tone for the rest of the matchup. While the Braves kept the game relatively close, they never possessed the lead in the final 3 quarters and fell 64-50, a season-low scoring output for Bradley. Sophomore Laisha Petrie led the Braves with 12 points, followed by junior Gabby Hawk with 11. Now sitting in a second-place tie with Drake in the Valley standings, Bradley will look to finish the road trip on a high note when they travel to Illinois State Friday night. Tip-off is slated for 7 p.m., and the game will be broadcast on ESPN+. It wasn't just Bradley women's basketball that struggled on the road over the weekend. Coming off a win versus Valparaiso on Wednesday, the men's basketball team made the trip to Chicago to take on Loyola on Saturday. The Ramblers took control of the game early on behind a sellout home crowd and led by as many as 8 in the first half. The Braves were able to cut the deficit to just 1 point before halftime thanks to 8 points from walk-on freshman Sean Haupt. The deep bench player for the Braves found the court because of foul trouble and capitalized on his playing time by making 2 3-pointers and 2 free throws. Entering the game, he had just 5 points all season. The momentum didn't carry over into the second half as Loyola held Bradley scoreless for the first 6 minutes of the frame, which put the Braves in a hole they couldn't dig out of, leading to a 62-51 loss. They are now 6-4 in MVC play, good for a 4th-place tie. No Brave was able to reach double figures in scoring, but Haupt, senior Darrell Brown, and junior Danier Kingsby all totaled 8 points. The loss marks Bradley's 4th straight at Gentile Arena, a streak that dates back to January of 2016. The men are back in action tonight at Drake, where the Bulldogs enter with an 11-1 home record. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The Braves return to Carver Arena on Sunday to face Evansville.
6-4. We got to be careful there, otherwise we could lose some footing.
Yeah, you don't want to lose any more than that because then you could fall into Thursday at the MVC tournament, and that's always dicey. That's always dicey.
Well, stay tuned after the break to see how you can become involved with a student film production.
And we'll have a musical performance in the Blank Stairs, in the Blank Stairs.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
I'll be right back.
Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Let's take a look at some events happening around campus. This Friday, Bradley's one and only short film club, Hilltop Films, is holding auditions for its production this semester. Those with a passion for acting are encouraged to come to the GCC between noon and 2 p.m. and audition here in the BUTV studio. Those interested need to prepare a 1-minute dramatic monologue to perform, as well as send an RSVP email with any questions to bradleyhilltopfilms@gmail.com. If you like celebrities dancing or celebrities that are dancing, listen up. Bradley is offering discounted tickets to the Dancing with the Stars tour that is making a stop at the Peoria Civic Center. The event begins on February 13th at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are now $30 in the Student Activities Office in the basement of the Michaels Student Center. The Smith Career Center is holding an internship launch event this upcoming Monday from 5 to 6:30 in the Student Center ballroom. The program will include a casual dinner, a panel of experienced interns, and a breakout sessions with your program's career advisor. To RSVP, go to the Smith Career Center's network website.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Anthony Landau.
I'm Larry Larson.
I'm Edwin Gutierrez.
And I'm Maxwell McGirt. We leave you tonight with a performance from The Blank Stares. Have a great night.